Don't trust the mainstream media. They'll make your teeth itch. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.
Good morning, it's the 7th of July. Live across the world, this is The Voice of Reason, the day that Boris Johnson will resign. And so he should. But over the affairs of another gentleman who a week ago in the Carlton Club is accused of, well, disgraceful behaviour. But that behaviour comes after previous accusations of even worse behaviour that was, well, overlooked and swept under the carpet. Boris Johnson is an enigma who we know little about. We don't even know how many children he has. What we do know is that the Times chose, according to reports, to sweep under the carpet on request of Downing Street the notion that he was given the old sucky blowy in a government office by a lady who he's now married to whilst he was married to someone else. In any other world, that would be disgraceful. We have a situation today where I read in the papers that 170,000 people have died waiting to be seen by the NHS, which has a waiting list of 7 million people. We know that there are tens of thousands of dinghy divers in this country coming in to Dover, dispatched from France, delivered to the border, escorted by the RNLI taxi service, and we just keep letting them in. Nothing changes. We had an idea to send them to Wanda, and none have been sent so far, yet they are in places like Reading, Glasgow, and of course Liverpool, where incidents occurred, where these people who are at this point illegal ended up stabbing, murdering 3 gay men, and indeed blowing themselves up in an attempt on Remembrance Sunday to blow up citizens of this country. My point is, there are huge security risks with our immigration policy that really is far more important than the penis of Boris Johnson. Tomorrow morning, I'll do a full report on what's going on. This morning, you can see the full news today. 70 stories as of now. They're at alexbelfield.com. All I want you to remember today is that as Jeremy Corbyn requests a people's government, just remember that Boris Johnson is meant to be of the people, as are all of your proletarians, your little political weasels who pretend to be on your side. All of these sanctimonious, supercilious types who say do one thing and then they do another. A bit like Keir Starmer, who still maintains that having a load of people in a room eating Indian food and drinking alcohol is not a party or a gathering. We understood on Saturday that he has been given a fine from Durham police, yet he hasn't denied it, yet he hasn't confirmed it. So who do we trust? And most importantly, when Boris goes, who is there? My suspicion is Dominic Raab is the most likely candidate to be leader of the Tories. But are they going to go the way of the BBC 18 diversity officers or the £230,000 NHS people's officer and go with the box ticking option so that it looks good for diversity? It's very possible in 2022. So, breaking news is that Boris Johnson will resign today. He has to. Over 50 of his people have lost faith in him, following a lot more people who are too scared to say they've lost faith of him, who have believed it for many months, if not years. The problem with somebody like Boris is the gag is over. It was hysterical when he got stuck on the tripwire. It was funny when he fell in the pond. But now we can't afford to drive our cars. The trains aren't operating and more flights today are being cancelled, stopping our freedoms. But lest we forget, and most importantly, Boris Johnson is the man that may well have delivered Brexit. Good for you. But he's also the man who didn't fight for our freedoms. He kept us locked in our homes. He kept us masked and in lockdown. Masks didn't work, 90% ineffective according to data. Lockdown made 0.2% difference in deaths. And he ignored scientific medical advice from South Africa in December to continue the old kung through the Mandela flu, which in fact was just a sniffly nose and a leaky bottom. And what do we see today? Foreign countries now saying you need to be jabbed every 9 months for what he has told us after getting rid of all these restrictions is just a bad cold. Okay, we'll keep you updated. Sign up at alexbelfield.com for the latest news. Here at the Secret VOR Club, we've got the full news for you this morning, the court update, and last night's phone-in as well. alexbelfield.com. If you want to see me live, I will be in Eastbourne in August. I'll be in Llanelli with Katie Hopkins, 2 Gobshites Live, and back in Blackpool, ranting and raving. Let's see what the rest of the day brings.
Guardian readers, ambivalacious types, and champagne sippers, switch off now. Alex Belfield's voice of reason.